I'm very pleased to have back in our studios today Dr. David Moylan, who is the Schuylkill County Coroner, to give us an update on things in Schuylkill County. Dr. Moylan, I understand there is, if there can be, good news in the number of drug-related deaths in the county because the number is dropping.
Yes, that's a fact. Just to review the numbers, drug-related deaths in Schuylkill County in year 2014, we had 25, which is still a lot. The following year, it more than doubled to 56 drug-related deaths. And I think we had our peak, hopefully our peak was in 2016 when there were 78 deaths.
Oh my goodness.
And we're working closely with the Drug Enforcement Agency out of Philadelphia. And over this summer, they came out with a report on the 2016 drug-related deaths. And unfortunately, Schuylkill County ranked in the top 25%, the top quartile throughout the whole state, you know, right up there with some of the big urban centers like Philadelphia and Pittsburgh. So this is an honor we want to get rid of real quick. And I think largely due to law enforcement, the efforts of law enforcement, our district attorney, Christine Holman, the state police, all of our local police agencies, the number through October is approximately 28. So we're down to the pre-epidemic numbers. So hopefully we can maintain that through continued vigilance. But it's a good sign.
I know this is a goal of yours to get this reduced down to zero if possible. What other things are you hoping to implement? Is there changes you think can be made, or what can be done? You're a fan of charging people with murder who are responsible for the death of people.
We would call it homicide, which means the death at the hand of another individual. And we do have several cases pending. There was just a win up in Luzerne County. I know Berks County has had some convictions. So what that does, it's sending a message to the dealers. Don't come into our county and do it. Go elsewhere, because we're enforcing the law, which allows for a felony conviction if a death results from the delivery of a controlled substance.
You also wanted to talk about a new machine, I guess not a new machine, but a machine that you've used regularly but now will have dedicated to helping out with autopsies.
What I'm talking about is a technique called a virtual autopsy. And the centerpiece of the virtual autopsy is a post-mortem CAT scan. Now, we started off the program in 2012 when we were doing the post-mortem CAT scans at the old St. Catherine's Medical Center. We did about 40 there, and then for a while we operated out of 2 private practice radiology departments in Luzerne County. In 2013, we moved the equipment to the Simon Kramer Cancer Institute, where we've been carrying these out. So far, our experience is about 800 cases. And many of these procedures, they obviate the need for doing an open autopsy, a traditional autopsy, which is 10 times more expensive. So through the generosity of a colleague from Lebanon County, we're going to receive a donation of a used CAT scan, but it's more than adequate for this particular purpose, and it will be dedicated to post-mortem CAT scans only. So I think that's going to help with our budget, and it's going to provide some closure for families without going through the trauma of a traditional autopsy.
Thank you so much, Dr. David Moylan.